Hey Soul Tribe, if you're here, it looks like there's a message for you. If there's someone who's been on your mind a lot lately, it sounds like there could be somebody that wishes they could confess something to you about their current situation. This could be someone who ghosted you, someone you've lost touch with. But regardless, there's someone in your energy who's hiding their real feelings and they have something they wish they could tell you. The way that I do pick a cards, it's a little bit different. Think of it as a little bit of a game so that your intuition can have a rock solid knowing that this is definitely for you. I have one deck right here that says, I miss seeing you, and another deck that says, I want you so badly. However, I want you to pay attention to this. I have two cards here from the archetypal deck, and you're going to pick one of these. And whatever we do with a random draw, that's going to be your pile. So when I flip it over, we've got the Hermit and the Mentor. I want you to tap into your intuition to figure out which one that you are magnetically drawn towards. Are you looking for the Hermit or are you drawn towards the Mentor? You only have 2 seconds. One, two, done, bam. Okay, so pile one over here. If you picked the Mentor, you're going to skip yourself over to the timestamp for pile one. And for those of you who selected the Hermit, go to the timestamp below and you can pick pile two and we'll get a message from your person. Welcome, pile one. So if you are here, you intuitively picked the Mentor. And the message up here says, passing on wisdom, refining a student's character. I miss seeing you. There's a feeling with your person as though maybe I'm not being literal, but they've gone off to school. They've gone off to mentor somebody, or at least that could have been the original intention. Let's go ahead and shuffle. I want to get just a few messages, the hidden truth, because especially if you haven't heard from this person, but I can tell you right off the bat, your person is frozen with fear at this time. I admire you, but we don't share the same values. I saved your text messages. I want to make amends. I feel like you guys might have had, I'm waiting patiently. I feel like you guys might have had a real disagreement. And I think you may have accused this person of being childish. And there's some flippant energy within here there that they want to really show you that you must be wrong. There's this defiance that I am picking up from your person's energy because in the shadow it says the inability to allow the student to move on to the role of master, imparting false instruction. Now, I know I said earlier, maybe they went off to school, but I feel like the universe is really schooling your person at this time. At the base of the deck, I do have 10 of Wands. This person is extraordinarily overwhelmed, Three of Cups. Whatever your person is dealing with, whatever karmic situation that they are in, there is so much third party interference that they're getting really manipulated. And unfortunately, they're at the point where they sort of convinced themselves of a cause. They've convinced themselves that they need to stay within this situation. Because I don't know if you're noticing, I have this linked arm around the person's back, and this is sort of forced. It looks friendly on the outside, but it's forced on the inside. So I am going to go ahead and cut. We're going to be looking at what type of connection your person has with this karmic individual. We'll also see what keeps attracting your person to the karmic. We'll also see how the person's behaving within the 3D, and we'll check in to see how the karmic is treating your person. And we'll also ask the universe how they're being guided. The base, we do have the Empress. It's sort of this feeling like they do see you as they see you as beautiful. I want to say the be all and end all, but that's actually not really true. But they have this impression that they need to reach something as though they're trying to attain a goal, which I know seems kind of weird. That, however, it is, the universe is showing me this person is very ass backwards about what it is they're trying to prove. Because earlier I was saying that it's as though you saw them as a child and they said, no, screw you, I'll prove you wrong. because it seems like they have been going over old messages and they do want to make amends to you, especially in the 3D, but there is something about we don't share the same values that may have caused a lot of conflict. And it could be as simple as they have their way they want to deal with their karma, and you have your own way that you wish to deal with karma. So, what kind of connection is this? The Hermit. Whoa, no wonder I've been confused. Like when I went to go look at this card a little bit earlier, I swear to God, it was supposed to be the Hermit. Your person is in this I hate to say it. It's sort of like they're in a cult. I don't have to be super literal, but it's more like a group mindset, a community mindset. Oh, this was very difficult to dive into because whatever it is that your person is experiencing, there are so many blockages around this person that even energetically, it's extremely difficult to tune in to what it is that there is going on. It's sort of like they left you to go on some mystical retreat and they never returned. This person is going through a phase of enlightenment and they seem to have teamed up with a charismatic person, a charismatic mentor, someone that they look up to. What keeps drawing your person to this karmic mentor? Ace of Pentacles. Remember earlier when I was talking about the Empress, I was tempted to say the be all and end all. Your person's weird. I kind of get their logic in their own weird way. They want a brand new beginning just in life, especially if this person has had a series of unfortunate events or things haven't quite worked out for them. It's sort of like they really want the win in life and they're seeking out help. Like on the surface, it does seem benevolent. But because the situation is karmic, how is your person behaving around this mentor? Five of Cups. This mentor, because they're extraordinarily charismatic, your person feels like they can just share everything with them. I don't know if this is oversharing, but I don't know why. I feel like some of this is putting on a show. Can you look at this card for a second? You notice these wisps of energy being drained away? I suspicious me is suspicious. It's as though their life force is actually getting drained, and it's as though they are getting attention by being sad, creating attention because we are talking about spiritual enlightenment. And I know I joke about, they joined a cult, but this is also like they found a Bible study group and they found a place where they can just outpour all the things that they have struggled with, but how are they being treated? They're actually being treated. This is interesting. Your person, I think some of the hesitation is that you are the one who's really, really worried about them, but I'm almost wondering if this person is actually going to therapy. It's as though they're actually starting to see that you guys do have differing views, and that's actually quite healthy. This person probably has had a habit of over identifying with other people's emotions because this is the card of nurturance. This is the Empress. They want to be this person and they saw it within you and they've tried to copy it, but they haven't had much success, and they're sort of desperate enough to finally ask for help. Like, I was really suspicious trying to dive into this, but I'm actually getting the sense that there is some healing going on with your person. How are they being guided at this time, the magician? I'm going to clarify this with the magician. But notice how this person is trying to take their grief and transmute it. Let's see what the cards have to say. Cuz I did notice that it felt like they're being drained as though their life force is being drained. I think I'll clarify that in a moment as well. But it's like your person is trying to get help in the shadows. And the sad thing is that they feel really ashamed that they had to go and ask for help. Because I see I am waiting patiently, or it also sounds like I'm a patient. So I feel like your person is trying to get help because they feel really stuck. Channeling this message is ridiculous. I'm gonna have to go back and cut out so many pauses because it's as though your person can only get downloads in small bursts. It's sort of like, okay, they'll drain one cup, but they need to take a break before they address the next set of grief. And then they have to pause because we do have this hanged man right here, digest what happened, and then go to the next cup. Okay, what do we have right here? I nearly called it a 10 of pentacles. This is the 9 of pentacles. Four of cups. This person is on a bit of an exploratory journey to understand why they keep giving over all of their independence, their ideas, their home, their nest egg, their money to disappointing situations. Just, yeah, okay. They want to put an end to it. There's some, like, I keep hearing the be all and end all. Like, they know they can't make you their be all and end all. And that is actually healthy. I have to give this person a little bit of credit. They've been so addicted to drama, they still want drama within their life. That's why it was so difficult to get into this reading because there's so much suspicion that your person still struggles with. They can't even believe how genuine you are. In some ways, saving your text messages has been a little bit of an anchor for them because they want to know what it's like to make magic themselves. They have observed you making magic. And I feel like some of you's like, what's so fucking magical about my life? I'm a hot mess, berries, for which touche. But the way that this person does perceive you, there's certain things within your life. You're not bothered by it, or you've overcome it. And it's something so simple that you probably take for granted. Father of Swords, especially if you said something to this person about you pointed out what the problem was, and they did not believe you. And it's sort of like they went to person after person after person, and it's sort of like 99% of them said, "Oh yeah, viewer is full of shit." But there something happened. Like I kind of want to ask like what happened? Like I feel like something between the hermit and the mentor going on right here, which I know it's funny because I know our other pile does contain a hermit. So, if somehow this feels a little bit weird and yet familiar, chances are there's a bit of a yin yang going on between these particular readings. But, like, what was the catalyst for your person to finally seek out a brand new beginning because they had an echo chamber of people around them that enabled them and something snapped them out of it. It sounds like we got a 3 of wands, a little bit of opportunity. Oh, it's sort of like someone promised them stability and let's get one more. It's sort of like they had someone around them that was able to talk a good game, and they seemed so calm and collected that it seemed too good to be like, well, it was too good to be true, like, if I was a betting person, but what do we have right here? Son of Pentacles. They worked really hard and diligently on something, and something kinda came back and slapped them in the face, like, this is almost backstabby. You see how the cards are laid out on the table? It's sort of like if your person was this young buck just doing their thing, and this owl came up behind and then decided to be funny to stab them in the back. Like they've been around some childish energy. Let's get, yeah, there we go. I'm done. Like I'm done. Which is, this is a huge relief because it means that your person is was loyal to the wrong thing. And the sons of bitches in this case, the knights, they're loyal for loyalty's sake. This is almost brother type energy, being loyal through thick and thin. Like this person may not even have been a lover per se. This would have been someone that they respected. It's sort of like, oh my God, you're like the older brother that I never knew I wanted. Like there was something very sacred about this karmic contract that your person perceived, and it screwed them over. Like it's sort of like this person, because I see the Son of Swords as being more of the karmic who really just pushed your person over the edge, and it sort of activated something within your person. Be like, you will not do this. Like, and then they got angry at themselves, like, why do I keep on doing this? Um, I do get the sense, like, they really do miss seeing you and they really do admire you, but they still have a lot of work that needs to be done with the in between. Okay, this has been a very difficult message to get through. Like, please let me know if for some strange reason this is making sense to you guys. But let me grab the sacred symbols, and I want to get a message from the universe to you to help you understand what it is that your person's learning to overcome. I feel like whoever it is that you are, you have surrendered this person, you have properly and healthfully detached from them. And it seems as though you being here is simple curiosity. I'm hearing, please pray for me. And especially if this person may, they have come across as an atheist or they weren't really into their belief system, there's something within here to be like, I know I acted like this. I know I acted like I wasn't into prayer, but I really could use something right now. We got the new moon. So it sounds like there's gonna be something going on within the next week or so that will be illuminated to your person because they're still in the thick of it. Affluence, it's going to help them understand why they couldn't have been successful, why these little, why these backstabbers, why they would promise the world and just use the whole situation just to humiliate your person. Like your person feels like it's this grief right here. They feel really humiliated about the situation. And at first, when I thought, oh, I thought that they were being drained of their energy. No, this is actually very angelic. Whatever mentor that they're working with, this could also be just an angel, but they have so much divine guidance right now. It's like uh their energy, their grief is being rip corded out of them. Like someone out there loves them. And there's something about knowing that whatever unconditional love you could have for this person, they really need it at this time. 'Cause we also have gratitude. There it is. This person is so fucking grateful for you. And they're also grateful you are not involved with this. They know that you tried to warn them about whatever it is that they got themselves into. They walked straight into it, and it was like a kid having this temptation to stick their finger into the electrical socket. In some ways, your person actually had to go through this the hard way so that they knew how to ask for help. Your person is learning how to pray again. They're actually learning how to ask God for help, and they're extraordinarily grateful for you for your example. What's next? I really feel like there's a little bit of this sort of what's next. I'm gonna grab the moonology since we did see the new moon. What's gonna be next for you to keep an eye out, especially when it comes to this person? Well, it's tempting to be like, will they or won't they? Just allow them to. They're reconnecting with God, and this is a very sacred time for them. At the base, we do have prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus, along with new moon Capricorn. Your hard work is paying off. Your person's in the middle of an 8-month cycle. So it's going to be very important to be patient, focus on your own prosperity, set some very important goals. This is a really good time for you to set intentions because this person is very heavily energetically connected to you. And both of you are actually setting the example for each other. I would give this 6 to 8 months to see the fruition of it so that you can actually have a chance to see the fruits of your own labor, finally bring your own intentions into the world, and find ways that you can pay it forward. Because I feel like you could be entering into your own mentorship as well. So I think those are the messages. If this resonated with you, please, for the love of God, let me know. This was choppy and extraordinarily difficult. I'm going to be sending all the love to your person. They really need it right now. Let me know below how this could have made sense. Otherwise, when I see you guys at the next one, I'm wishing you peace, love, and all the berries. Welcome, pile two. If you were here, you picked the Hermit, and I kind of like how my light ring is setting this card aglow. I feel like a lot of people right now, like this overall reading, your person's going through a massive enlightening. It says right here, seek solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity, as opposed to withdraws from society out of fear and negative judgment of others, refusing to help those in need. So let's get started by just getting some messages from your person, from the Hidden Truth Oracle. And then we'll dive in to see what karmic situation that they're entangled with right now. I don't know how to feel. I can't get enough of you. I don't want to let you go. Will you ever make things right? Interesting. Let's grab. Okay, I want you so badly, and that was from a little bit earlier. This person really has withdrawn themselves from you, and in some ways, I think you might have taken it pretty personally, and there's a little bit of a judgment against you. Like, try not to click off. Just hear me out here for a second. This person has withdrawn themselves just because they felt like they couldn't meet you with where you wanted them to be at. I get the sense that this person withdrew themselves because they had so many karmic feminine energies interfering with them. They couldn't tell where you were being sincere and where you were being needy. And it's not a criticism against you. This person's intuition is so shot, they can't tell the difference between karmic energy versus divine energy. And rather than trying to face it, they chose to hide from it. So let's have a look at the cards right here. Before I go to cut, there we go. Before I go to cut, we do have the Nine of Swords. Like, honestly, this person deals with chronic anxiety. And I'm hearing a few of you say, like, no shit. Like, this person's chronically anxious. And I feel like they're actually trying to please somebody in their life, somebody outside of you, more than likely a masculine figure. This person is really dealing with some karma when it comes to fathers or masculine wounding in general. A wounded masculine is someone who they behave a certain way, even if their soul doesn't match their true intentions. But a wounded masculine has no problem living their life out of alignment, either out of survival, out of guilt, but in some ways to even honor a parent, especially if they had a really miserable parent. What's underneath there? The Empress. Okay, this is like a miserable mom and dad situation that this person never really learned how to grow up from, because it's sort of like this person's retreating back to a childhood wound. And it's sort of like if they had a cute little playhouse as a kid, they still return to it as an adult. They've technically outgrown their family life, their home situation, but somehow they've carried it on with them. And that's why they don't know how to feel. And you may be frustrated because whether if you're in contact with this person or not, they keep saying, I don't want to let you go and I can't get enough of you and I want you so badly, but then I can't do this. This person has a lot of emotional growing up to do. So As I go to cut, we're going to be asking what type of connection that they have with their karmic situation. We'll confirm whatever that could be. We'll also see what keeps attracting your person to this karmic energy, because karmic feminine energy is very seductive. It makes us feel safe from the inside out. We'll also see how your person is behaving around the karmic, and how does the karmic treat your person. Like, we need to actually see the light and the shade of how they're acting and interacting with each other. And then we'll also see how the divine is guiding them, and then we'll pull a little bit additional support for you specifically. But nine of swords to a nine of wands, like, this person's so accustomed to powering through their supreme depression that it's just become their day-to-day life. Like, I got the haunted chicken house in the background over here, and with a 3 of coins underneath, it's like they're around people that have no problem stirring up their anxiety. Your person is being heavily controlled by other anxious people. What's somebody just curious? Queen of Swords. Like, there is an energy around them that's telling them all to cut it out, but 4 of Cups. It's like your person's trying to stand up for themselves in this energy. Like, they are trying, but they feel very immobile. Like, my shoulder is cramped up into itself. Like, it's from all this hunching. Your person's trying to, like, guys, can we just get along? But you can't really say that to someone when you're curled up into a ball. Like, this person's really stuck in a state of arrested development. What kind of karmic connection are they in? 8 of Swords. Okay. Yeah, whoever it is that they're around is making them second guess their worth, making them believe that they are emasculated. This person could be female identifying and still struggle with feeling as though they are emasculated, and they're in this state where they think that they can't do anything about it. It's sort of like they power through, they power through, they power through, but this haunted chicken mansion, it always stays. So there's a little bit of this self-defeatist mentality where it's like, well, I'm just gonna have to face this again. It's not gonna go away, so I'm just gonna stay here. What keeps attracting your person to this karmic? There's this constant set of brand new beginnings. Like, this person is in an abusive situation, whether if they've ran off with another lover or a partner, there's something that they're reliving, a comfortable family dynamic. It could also just be this promise of brand new beginnings. That is the pinnacle of any kind of abuse cycle. Everything seems hunky dory, then there's an argument, then there's this blowout, then there's the makeup. Everything's back to normal again. But every time they start making sense of their situation, they get brutally interrupted, and because they're so dysregulated, it's sort of like even if a dog barks, their heart explodes. Like, this person isn't doing well. I feel really awful for them. How do they think they should be behaving? They're putting on a show. They're trying to be the strong one. It's sort of like, even though inwardly they're freaking out, they probably have, this is somebody that would need some kind of heart medication, or they're constantly trying to take their blood pressure. This is someone who's way too obsessed with, like, a lot of people, they have wearables and stuff like that. And sure, wearables can be great to monitor your heartbeat, your blood pressure, get your steps in, things like that. This person has a very unhealthy attachment to hyper checking on their health, and then they put an armor on top of themselves to prove, hey, I'm checking on myself, everything's fine. I'm checking on myself, everything is fine. Like, this really is the epitome of the wounded masculine that I'm seeing with the emperor, just because they are so guarded, and they have to put on a show. They think they have to be the ones that show stability in life, and in some ways, they're staying away from you because of loyalties. If this is a loyalty to family, like, they're really trapped in this toxic situation where it's sort of like they don't want to let you go, but they're not allowed to do this. It's not even so much, I can't do this, they're not allowed to do this. And they don't know how to feel because they're not allowed to feel in the first place? How are they being guided at this time? We got the High Priestess. Like, at least for now, when your person needs to run away, whether if they had gotten to another argument with the spouse, with the parent, with the work situation, like whatever this haunted feeling means to your person, at least when they get alone, even if it is to, I'm sorry, these people, this poor person, they're having like panic attacks in the middle of the night. They're not doing well, and in some ways the divine's trying to use these teeny tiny little moments of soloness to try to speak to them, because there's an inner knowing that they have been ignoring. They have gotten so good at putting on a show with their masculine energy, but the divine is actually putting heavy pressure on this person to really start tapping into their divine feminine nature. And I'm sorry, this could result in a heart attack. If not a heart attack, we're talking panic attacks, but this person is so conflicted. And the only reason it's getting this bad is because they don't want to let you go. They don't want to feel, but they don't want to let you go. And they're basically stuck in perpetual limbo. And when you talk about death and you think of it as transformation, it just means that something's different. Something's come to an end. Something needs to change. This person is in constant limbo and they can't move and they're stuck on a very low vibration. Something is going to give. How are they being guided? That seems to be King of Swords. Wow. I want to clarify whatever this is. I don't necessarily want to put anybody through a state of panic about their person, but we do have a devil at the base of the deck over here. Um, this is Dark Night of the Soul. This is hitting rock bottom subconsciously, subconsciously. If I was to go many levels down into the very core of whoever your person is, they really desire this. And in some ways, they are getting pings from the universe. It's like, if you don't start addressing your feelings now, bad things are going to happen. But then the Emperor, the barbaric aspect of the Emperor kicks in and says, "Oh my God, you're so weak. Only weak people succumb to that." And then they suppress their emotions again. This is a masculine, feminine, disharmonious wound. I can't think of a better way of explaining it right now. But this has a lot to do with, why are mommy and daddy fighting again? Or having some argument as to what femininity and masculinity is supposed to be, especially if this person, like, as an example, if they had a father that was more feminine and a mother that was maybe more masculine, this could have confused the person. And if they were not mature, these parents, they would have put a lot of pressure on each other to perform as they're supposed to. Like, men who don't tap into their femininity, they can get brutal and mean and expect women to step up to the plate with certain things when it comes to being the nurturer, which is ironically a masculine expectation. And then there are women who are trying to get shit done, and then they get upset when the man is expressing needs and emotions. There's sexism in here. Like, I actually think your person's in the middle of of the battle of the sexes. Like, I do see this person as a man, like whatever gender they're supposed to be. You'll be able to make sense of it for yourself. But it's sort of like this person is in complete inner conflict with their gender to the inner knowing of who it is that they are. There is someone in here, it will not apply for all of you, but there's someone in here, they need to come out of the closet, especially if you are the same gender as this person and they ran off because they didn't want to be with you because, like, I'm not into dudes. Like, the devil came back, all this shuffling devil. Look, there's the hermit. So we got the hermit and the hermit right here, and it is slightly funny because we need to make this sense of humor just lighten up the energy just a little bit. But like, the praying mantis, the females eat the male, like, after mating. There's something very brutal about what your person has assumed what relationships are supposed to be. This person does not know what it's like to be in a loving relationship, and chances are, if you knew this person, um, they did love you, but they didn't know how to handle it. Why? Because their heart chakra is so blocked, like, it could kill them. Like, you love them so much they could die. Like, I'm sure there's a compliment in there. Oh, wow. We got the magician along with strength. Okay. Like, this person does need to manifest a healthier way of living, but also knowing what they need to be strong about. They need to learn how to stand up to the energies that are bogging them down. In a lot of ways, this solo time with the hermit, this is actually the most important thing for them. They need to be guided through their inner demons that make them believe that they can't be one way or can't be another. This person's so out of alignment and it's killing them. Like, I don't want to be an alarmist, but this person is so out of alignment, it is going to kill them. It could be a slow death, or 50 years, or a fast death with 5. We all die at some point or another. But there is an energy within here with this person that they want change within their life. I think that's the nicest way of putting it without creating any kind of sense of alarm. But let's get some cards here from the Sacred Symbols deck. And what is it that the universe really wants to hit home to the viewer so that they can have a I'm hearing the kindest, most empathetic understanding as to what this person's going through. Because I think some of you, you know that this is the way this person is. And I think you're just genuinely worried about them. So I'm hoping we get a little bit of guidance so that you can keep your vibration high. And if anything, I'm hearing sort of like light a candle for them tonight. There's something about if you have a candle or LED candles, their energy, it totally counts. Light a candle for your person this evening. They're trying to learn how to pray, and there's something about you setting a very simple example for them. And they're going to pick it up on the fifth dimension. You can't talk to this person because in the 3D it's way too heavy, but if you connect with them on the fifth dimension, they will be able to learn from you. There we go. Confirmation, air, thoughts. And I'm hearing also telepathy, trust, psychic. And of course, we have the shadow right here. Um, if you really want to help this person, make sure that you are working on your shadow. Your psychic abilities are coming online. That's why you're picking up on this person right now. And you may be picking up some very alarming thoughts. Just trust that whatever information that the divine is showing you, it is divinely guided. You are sort of like a double authentication system for this individual. You know, when you go to do a password change or you have to log in and you have to use a secondary method of getting into your account, you're getting the same set of downloads as this person. You are also this high priestess. They don't know who to trust and they do not know where to go. But there's something about if you can just hold the energy and hold space for it, holding our little candle right here and offering this person space to experience their emotions, to trust themselves. They have been so disconnected, they don't know how to trust themselves, but there's something about allowing them to talk, allowing them to come to you, allowing them to say everything, and then you'll be able just to nod in confirmation because it will all make sense. You'll be able to connect and heal with this person. I'm just saying, wow. So, my friends of the hermit, wherever it is that you guys are at, damn, I sincerely hope that this helped. Thank you so much for sticking around. We'll keep checking in on this person over the course of the next few weeks to see how they are doing. If you like my style, please make sure to like the video on the way out. If you think there's somebody who could benefit from these messages, I really appreciate it when you share, like, and subscribe. And until I see you at the next one, I'm wishing you peace, love, and all the berries.